Like just going, look, I know my neighbour stabbed me, right?
Right.
And I had it coming because I've ticked up 3 sticks and I haven't paid him for the sticks.
And now I owe him for the knife.
Wait, pause. A stick is weed. Drugs. And can range from anywhere. Like, I don't even think 25 gets you anything anymore.
I don't know.
I'm only
Get
going...
you knifed in the back, apparently.
Got you knifed in the back. But if he's trying to, puff and billy, like do some cones or anything like that...
They could probably use him as a bong now.
Stuff him, put him over the coffee table.
Bit of fucking hose in the lung there.
Is that where my hose has gone?
Apparently.
All right, so listen, I think it's a thing for parents. If you're going to call your son Vladimir, he's probably going to get stabbed in the back and ask for some durries.
Yeah, try and have a smoke before you get stabbed.
Yep. I'd probably just, yes, exactly right.
It's like going before you get in the car. Should have went before you got stabbed. You've got no one but yourself to blame now, Vladimir.
This is The Burble with Benny and Az.
Speed round over. As listen, football is back in Australia. We're talking about rugby league, of course. It is back. It is in full swing. But there is something that's bugged me for quite a long time.
What, the scrum?
Well, yes. The scrum. What's the point of it? There is no scrum. There's no contested scrum anymore. Only if the opposing team wants to do it. And they can do it. Roosters, my team, have done it on many occasions, got the ball back and they've won games.
Right.
Okay. The scrum, yes. And the shit that goes on off the field of rugby league also pisses me off.
It's getting crazy.
But
I always don't want to admit my team anymore.
That's true. Now, there is one thing, though, and this may be a minor thing to me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to explain why I think it should become a larger issue.
Okay.
On this podcast right now.
So sexting, cocaine.
No.
Going out drinking with the boys.
No.
I don't know.
No.
What's the issue?
None of those.
Okay.
It's got nothing to do with inappropriate behaviour towards women, hitting women, all of that kind of thing. Nothing to do with that at all. I wish that those things didn't happen.
Absolutely.
But it happens in the NRL. And we don't need this. This sport. The young kids are growing up watching this game and their heroes are basically saying, well, a giant you, I'm going to belt my girlfriend.
Yep.
I'm going to do coke off a hooker's ass.
Yep.
And have some dipshit film it. And there's the end of your career.
Yep.
The one thing that's giving me the shits at the moment about the NRL are the socks.
The socks.
Yes.
You're not happy with the strip? Like
No,
the
well,
colours?
I'm happy with my team strip, but what gives me the shits is half the players don't pull their socks up to where they should be.
Literally and figuratively.
It is part of their uniform. They should do it. Now, I think in this day and age, right now, 2019, NRL, there should be a law or a rule, at least, that the clubs need to adhere to, that the players pull their socks up. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Couple of reasons. Number one, it looks better.
Yep.
It looks more amazing. It just looks too casual and slack. If you went to a private boys' school, you'd be demerited for that shit.
Or if you're a postman.
Or if you... Yes, although I did see a postie stopping on the side of the road to have a sneaky ciggy the other day.
Did he have a knife in his back?
He didn't have a knife, no.
That's good.
But
he probably... See, he listened.
Working conditions there,
Yeah.
probably...
He was probably going to get knifed.
Probably. I love racing postie bikes, though. Don't you love it when they hit power band? The main reason I think that they need to have their socks pulled up in games, people around the stadium, is quite simply to hide the house arrest anklets that they have. Because you're bringing a new generation of players up in this game. They're watching the game. They'll eventually learn... Some of them will learn that you do something wrong, you're on house arrest, you can go to training and games, and that's it. It's 2-minute noodles for you at home. That's all. That's your lot, okay?
Yeah.
Pull the sock up. I don't need to see the house arrest anklet around NRL players, the ankles, pretty much.
Yeah, and I mean, the flashing red lights and stuff distract the other players. You know, you can look at it while they're trying to get a tackle in and could distract you out, but...
Well, the NRL are actually disputing sort of things that I'm talking about. They say that the technology allows them to be able to track the player better on the field, to get more of a sports science analysis.
So be able to track them when they're out on the piss and, you know, like Crime Tracker. So instead of, you know, like at the end of the game where they go, oh, yes, player A, he ran 90 metres, they can be like, so on Saturday night after the game, here we have player A. He did 5 lines. Then he builded 3 hookers. Then he did $900 in the pokies. And a personal best, he thumped 5 guys. We'll be back next with the captain's roundup. Yeah, well, he sported pretty good, but then I was really impressed. One of those lines was 3 feet long. It was awesome. I'm done.
I'm surprised that... actually, I'm not surprised that on the rugby league field anymore, it's not chalk that's laid down in straight lines that they could get at legally. It's all painted on these days.
Well, it's apparently peppermint powder, isn't it?
Peppermint powder, that's exactly right.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. Pull your socks up, boys.
Loose talk, even looser opinions.
This is the best show on earth.
This is The Burble.
Network television goes ape shit for a lot of TV shows. Now, the one at the moment that I just cannot abide by as is Married at First Sight.
Wash your mouth out.
It has come out that half of these people that are on the program are actually paid actors. But when they released that information, you know what the public did? They went, I don't give a f***. They don't care. I've got female colleagues that I work with, right, in my real job, because let's face it, I'm not getting money for this, who literally foam at the mouth for this program. They know it's trash, but they watch it. It's like a train wreck. You can't look away. These are the same people that would have been in the 80s and 90s and the 70s, 80s and 90s just grabbing handfuls of Mills and Boon books at the supermarket. They can't get enough of this. But there is another television program that a lot of people like to watch, and they will tune in for it because there is a lot of talent on it. However, though, this television program has recently just done some shooting at Fox Studios in Sydney and have been accused of some pretty heinous stuff. This television program apparently had a shocker on the set. An absolute shocker on the set where audience members wanted to leave at. They wanted to leave. They were there hours after they should have been there.
Right.
Taping was just one giant up.
Yep.
All that kind
so
of
what,
thing.
they just basically locked the doors.
Well, that's what they're saying. They're claiming, okay, now this story broke by on Breakfast Radio in Sydney, and a person claimed that an audience member called the police in an attempt to get let out of the taping of The Voice for Channel 9 at Fox Studios in Sydney.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, no, this is true. This is absolutely true. So they got there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Taping was only supposed to go to about 7:30 p.m. and it was at 10:30 p.m. that they walked out and it was still going. Now, this is what they give you in the audience
Right.
of these TV shows. They give you a bottle of water and a packet of chips.
And post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, and they are gluten-free shitty chips. So the person that was there said, look, it was hectic. So what happened was the staff locked the doors to the recording studio and they manned the doors, refusing to let anybody out. Now, I can only fathom so much The Voice myself, so I can understand it. But people were trying to storm out and leave, and they said, look, you can't stop me. And they're going, yeah, we can, because they put it down to safety in a working studio. So you can't actually leave the studio for other people's safety because that's unsafe.
Right.
Now, these people, imagine this as, have travelled across Australia to see their contestant singing and that's all that kind of thing. And then they keep dicking around with the turning chairs and the lights and the friggin' music and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, if I was there from 2:30 till 10:30 at night. The only reason I'd be in a studio that time if I was paid a lot of money for a porn film, or alternatively, I was there during some breaking news. Now, The Voice, you cannot tell me that those judges turn on their own accord. They've got things in their ears. You can hear them you can see them being spoken to by someone up in the control room going, I would highly advise you to turn around for this singer. That's how it works. Story came out as, now listen to this, reality TV is not real. You know that? I know. Yep.
What?
You are aghast.
I am shocked and stunned.
You are aghast. Well, apparently they're contacting a lot of previous contestants on the show and saying, look, if you have a crack, you sucked last year, but let's make it out that you are better this year.
The rags to riches.
Rags to riches. If you come back on the program, we'll guarantee that you get through to at least the semis. Now, f*** off.
Now,
last couple of weeks ago, we talked about Eurovision and how much I don't really give a shit about Eurovision because we're Australia and I don't give a...
Well, we're not Europe.
I don't give a f***.
Need to do an Ausit, I believe was the terminology.
An Ausit, that's exactly right. I don't care. Now, this is making me even less caring about this television program to find out that not only maths that I've been forced to watch at work on replays, now you're telling me that this talent's not real, that they're recycling this talent. Don't get me wrong, recycling is awesome. That's the way we should go in the world.
Just not on television.
Just not singers on TV.
So is this one of my dreams come true? I've prayed to the Hindu gods, and I've also asked for this for many years.
Yeah.
The death of reality television.
Oh, look, I wish it would happen.
It's got to go.
Just to be current and hip and with the kids. This year's coaches on The Voice are Delta Goodrum, Guy Sebastian, Kelly Rowland, and Boy George.
I thought he was dead.
Boy George?
Yeah.
You're thinking,
he's irrelevant.
No, it's George Michael you're thinking about. So the show's going to be huge, they reckon. But anyway, look, they wouldn't let people leave the studio. Can't wait to see how they try to edit that in post. So CGI. Probably be CGI.
Or cardboard cutouts. You know, they do that a lot. They put cardboard cutouts in the audience. They pepper the audience with cardboard cutouts.
Oh, I know.
I want to be a cardboard cutout model.
You want to be a cardboard cutout model?
Yeah, and I'll just slowly put in a barracuda. For those of you playing at home, you can't see what I'm doing, but it's the two and the one in the hand gesture.
I'm offended by you.
You.
No, you did to me.
Be thankful I didn't give you the shocker.
Are you in the Catholic Church?
No.
Loose talk, even looser opinions. The Burble.
If there was one thing I wish that had never have happened, if I could go back in time, I'd jump in Marty's Doc Brown's DeLorean, go back in time and change something, it would be the Coles little shop, the Coles Minis.
Don't.
Coles Minis. Well, anyway,
Coles Minis.
You know what they've actually done now?
What?
Well, they've now got these stickies things out.
Is a stickies?
Well, I'm about to tell you if you let me.
I don't want to hear about this.
I've already started.
This is tat.
I've already started talking about it.
All right, fine, go on.
There's limited edition Coles collectibles. Okay, now some of them, there's 100 golden Billy bananas.
Sigh.
Which are made by Coles. Its rarity has sent fans into a frenzy. See, what we talked about on Season 1, Episode 1 of this podcast is that, if nothing, Coles were teaching kids that addiction is all right.
Yeah, and then they watch the NRL and they're taught that having an ankle bracelet's all right. So, we're good.
So there's only 100 of them. You could get it in a bag. Like, just the random little foil packs you get at the supermarket. Again, they're stressing out the checkout people because they want to feel it. They want to know whether or not it's gold-coloured plastic.
So it's not even real gold.
No.
So we could go to Coles, buy a shitload of, I don't know, groceries and beef and stuff, and get some of these strikies and go down to Bunnings, grab a snag with the onion underneath.
Are they called strikies or stickies?
Oh, I don't know. I don't
Stickies.
care. Grab these bloody useless pieces of plastic, get some gold spray paint, paint them boys up, and get on eBay. Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I'm telling you. Can I just let you know?
Yeah.
The starting price on one of these gold banana stickies was just $10 a week ago, before it reached the winning bid by mainly $100, $200 increments.
What?
Doesn't stop there.
Jesus.
You're about to swear a lot. Out of the 12 bidders, one person put in 22 offers before losing out to the winner by $300. That person had made a one-off bid of $20,100, earning...
What?
Yeah, earning... I'll say it again. $20,100 on eBay.